Hey everyone, welcome to the cabin. My name's Alec and today we're talking about the Phoenix Audio Ascent EQ Two. I'm going to show you all of the unit's features and most importantly, how it sounds. Thanks very much to Studio Care for letting this video be a possibility. Let's jump right in. The front of the Ascent shows a stepped mic line input part. Then we have, again, a stepped output. Then we have all of the gains for our EQ. Each of these is stepped as well. On the bottom we have 130, then we have 80 and 40, then we have 800, 400, 200, then we have 6K, 3K, 1.6, then we have the sheen, which is kind of like an air band. Then we go down to 15 and then 10K. Underneath we have all of our switches. We have our EQ input, then we have DI, then we have a high pass filter at 80 Hz with a 60 dB per octave, then we have phase reverse, 48 volt phantom power, minus 20 decibel pad, and then ground lift. And a DI input, very handy. Let's go around the back. The rear of the unit shows us our switchable fuse from 110 to 240 volts. Then we have our IEC input. Never throw this in the trash can. Then we have our output. It's on XLR and on TRS. Mic line input, and then again TRS output, XLR output, and then mic line input. Now you get to hear how these guys sound. Super excited about that. I'll see you at the end for my thoughts.
What are you gonna do when I'm gone? Standing on your bed of stone, lording over me. I don't need your corridor. What you're giving me is so low. Instrument of my loneliness. Wanted more, but you give me
So, the Phoenix Ascent EQ Two. 2 mic pre's, 2 EQs, everything stepped, 2 really good DIs, and a low cut. I've really enjoyed using this piece of equipment because it gives me some options, and what I mean by that is I can use it really nice and clean and open by having the input gain a little bit lower and pushing the output up. Or I could drive the input gain and pull back on the output. And that's where good circuitry really kind of rears its head. On the drums that you heard earlier, it's a little bit more saturated and kind of a bit forward and a bit punchy. But the vocals are really open and not too saturated, but not anemic. Given I am using a Flea M49 on that. Hopefully I'll do a video on that microphone pretty soon. I think that having everything stepped is a really useful feature, especially these days where some sessions are a bit spread out. So I've got a client that I've been working with for the past month, and we've used this a lot on upright piano and stuff. And there was a couple weeks gap, but I knew if I just took a photo, not only would I be able to approximate the settings, but I would be able to repeat them perfectly. So that's been really cool. Using it in line mode is also quite nice, just by hitting the pad, because I used it in parallel on my drum bus in a mix a couple weeks ago, and it just allowed me to open up the drums a little bit more, give it a bit of saturation, but without it kind of being too harsh or anything like that. The noise floor is great as well. It plays so well with ribbon microphones. I think that the price point is definitely not super affordable, but it's not super expensive, especially considering the fact that everything is stepped and you have an EQ and 2 mic pre's. Overall, I think Phoenix has done a great job. I use Phoenix Audio DIs in the studio primarily. I actually mix through their DIs as well, but maybe that should be a video in the future on my mix workflow. Thank you guys so very much for watching. If you'd like me to review any other pieces of equipment, please don't hesitate to comment down below. And most importantly, I hope you're looking after yourselves and being kind. See you soon.